Yerba made blueberry jelly. Now, this is one of those amazing Amazonian herbs you don't hear that often, but if you can choose to make just a tea out of it, or I really like to incorporate it wherever possible. So this is how the loose tea looks like. So you can, if you get a loose tea, just use the loose tea, um, but you can also use the packs as well. So I'm going to make a tea first. I'm going to steep it. So I'm going to put two of these tea bags and 3 cups of the boiling water. So you want to make it fairly strong because we are going to make jelly out of it. Now this is amazing herb. It completely gives you energy, but without all the side effects of the coffee. And I do like my coffee as well, don't get me wrong, but this is completely different. So as I said, 3 cups of the hot water, and we're going to leave this to sit for at least 20 minutes. You can leave it longer. It does absolutely no harm if you leave it longer. And I do want to make a jelly out of it. So I'm going to pour back 2 cups for what we need for the ingredients. And I'm going to leave the last cup to enjoy slightly later. So as you can see, a lovely golden color. And there's no way to quite describe the taste. You may need to get slightly used to it, but absolutely amazing if you choose to make the jelly out of it. So we're going to pour 2 cups here. Now as a gelling agent, I'm going to use agar-agar, and I'm going to add 1 whole tablespoon to this quantity of liquid. If you absolutely don't have it, though it's readily available in Asian stores, you can use a gelatin. Now, to make it really nice and sweet, I'm going to add about 2 ounces of the dry coconut milk powder. And as a sweetener, the ground xylitol, 1/4 of the cup. So xylitol is the natural birch extract. So try to find the birch extract, not synthetic. And it's quite sweet, and it will make everything quite nice and delicious. You probably don't need any more because the coconut milk powder is quite sweet as well. So we're just going to mix it all in and slowly bring to boil. When it's about halfway there, I'm going to add 1 or 2 cups, depends on your taste. I actually like quite a few of blueberries. So these are frozen blueberries because it's not quite in season as I'm making this recipe, but I find that it really doesn't matter. It will bring the temperature down, so you want to bring them towards the end because you don't want to cook the blueberries for too long. So as you can see here, we're going to add some lovely blueberries. You can add fresh, there's absolutely no reason not to, but I do want to keep them whole. I don't want to mash them and put them too much. So the agar-agar needs to boil for 1 minute. So this whole mixture needs to come to a boil and then boils for 1 minute, and it's starting to do it now, as you can see. So this is really a quick recipe. So I choose to use agar-agar and coconut milk. If you are not used to cooking with these ingredients, you can use gelatin and normal milk, but I try to reduce as much as possible the animal sources of protein. Again, this is just my personal beliefs, but it's entirely up to you how you choose to make it. And I'm just going to add the frozen blueberries. So again, perhaps don't use the whisk. You do need a whisk when you're mixing the agar-agar to make certain it doesn't clump. But once you add the blueberries, perhaps spatula would be the better option. And just look at that color. So it's just amazing color from the blueberries. And we're just going to get this come to a boil, and the recipe is pretty much done. So I'm going to divide this mixture between 2 rather large servings. You can make smaller servings. So this is still quite hot, so make sure that you don't splatter. So I'm using a ladle just to more or less evenly divide. And then this needs to cool down. So you can cool it down room temperature, put in the fridge, or put in the fridge. It's entirely how you prefer to make a jelly. And it is absolutely refreshing and delicious. So this is after it's set. You can see it does split a little bit because I have a coconut milk layer and just a gel layer, but looks so pretty, refreshing. And if you taste it, it's actually quite nice and sweet with a burst of blueberry, and you have this amazing herbal tea that it just clarifies your brain. It is, I don't know how to explain it. You just have to try it and enjoy.